And Kelly, would I be wrong in saying that this is one of our favorite people on the planet?
Absolutely. You are not wrong.
Dr. Drew Pinsky.
You guys
Hi,
are
Dr.
very
Drew.
kind. I want you to know this is stop one. First, honest to God, first thing I said is get me to Pugs and Kelly. Let's
How
go.
honored.
Ask any of these guys. That's where I came.
I met your manager the other night.
My manager, where?
Aaron. No, we met. No,
Howard.
Howard, where?
At the hotel.
Oh,
We
how
had
funny.
drinks together.
What a small world.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
All right,
Does he want to represent you? Yeah, go with it if he does.
I was going to say, can he take us to the next level?
That's a big deal.
Send him something, I guess. I don't know.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Drew, we just talked with Brigitte Nielsen.
Good.
Celebrity
Isn't
Rehab.
she doing great?
Yes.
She is wonderful,
She
right?
looks
Yes, she is.
amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
She complains about her weight, but she looks sensational.
She looks great.
Yeah, and not only that, I keep telling her, anyone that will hear me, listen to me, I say, this woman needs to be the U.S. ambassador to Denmark, right? She speaks 5 languages like native.
Does she
should
really?
see, what you don't see on TV, she's on the phone talking in Danish, Italian, German, and then you can't tell it's not an Italian person
My
speaking.
Lord, I've never really. What nationality is she?
She's Danish.
She
She's
is?
from Denmark, but
Why-
she
I
is
thought she
so
was Russian.
She is so smart and so.
Because of Red Sonja.
Oh no, because of Rocky. That's what it was. Rocky 3 or
Laughing
4,
time is
whatever it
over.
was. Yeah, that's it. I will destroy you.
Yeah.
I just always thought she was Russian.
No, she's a great woman, and she's doing great in her sobriety. And I'm sure she impressed the hell out of you, right?
Yeah, she
really
did.
did. She really did. Now we were talking about we love Celebrity Rehab,
Thank you.
and again we talked to you last week, and we mentioned that there was a really high possibility that show was going to be trash.
It's different than you might think that it might be.
Sensational. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right.
But then I knew that you were involved in it, so there had to be some semblance
you're
of
very
dignity
kind.
there.
And VH1 does a good job. They did a good job with Breaking Bonaducci.
Here's what you need to know.
a great show.
This is how it avoided being what people thought it was going to be. One, they let me do it, and I know what treatment is and what needs to be done. And by the way, you're only seeing bits and pieces of
Yeah.
treatment. We don't. For instance, we were hammering them about 12-step. You almost see none of that on TV, out of respect to the 11th tradition of Alcoholics Anonymous. We tried to keep that out. Then we get criticized for not doing enough 12-step. It's great. But what you need to know is that at the beginning, the television part, the television people are very nervous about this. How is it going to be TV? We'll have to have a mural that they'll paint. It will symbol. You have to have something visual. You know how TV people think.
Yes.
And I kept saying, Bob Forrest, the counselor there that you see in the show with the glasses and the
The
hat
21
stuff.
Times guy?
The 21 Times guy. He kept saying, both he and I were saying, guys, it's just treatment. It's just treatment. Just things happen in treatment. You'll be so surprised.
Right.
Oh, yeah, okay. But we'll build a totem pole, too, right? We get it 3 days into treatment, and the head of VH1 came up to me in the hall as I was leaving the unit, and he goes, I understand now what you were talking about. We see what's happening here. You have our full support. We'll see you in 3 weeks. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
To me, that is such an enlightened leap of faith. I don't think any other network could have done that.
Do you have any celebrities coming up to you now and going like, hey, really, I need to talk to you?
I already had lots and lots and lots of that.
Yes.
And that's why I knew what's going on with celebrity, and that's why I understood the specific problems that they were likely to have in a treatment program like we put together.
Right.
I get lots of that.
Speaking of that, can we the whole Britney thing? I guess you would be the expert to ask. The other day we went on and we read. Is it Lynn? Lynn
Yes.
Spears'
Yeah.
Lynn and Jamie.
court, the restraining order document.
Yeah.
Did you read that?
I didn't.
She alleges, at least.
That the guy was crushing the Seroquel
Yeah.
and the Spiridol up. Yeah, I heard about that.
What happened? We've been here.
By the way,
she's
not such a bad
out.
idea.
How did she get out?
To me, it was like, okay, good. Maybe that's why she's still alive.
And that's what I said. I mean, because if you read that order of what she said, it could be spun the other way.
Well, here's how she got out. In California, you're allowed to be held spontaneously for 72 hours based on the recommendations of certainly qualified physicians and certain nurses and certain police officers, things like that. You can be held against your will, which she has been now twice. And that is a status reserved for the most acutely ill psychiatric patients. After that 3 days, you can have what's called a probable cause hearing for a 14-day hold. And very often the bipolar manic patients need that. And that's actually a court hearing where a judge, a court reporter, and attorneys come into the patient's hospital room and have a court hearing.
Yeah.
And the doctor makes their case as to why this person should be held against their will for 14 days. I suspect that happened and failed. And the judge let her out. And that's why the Spears are saying, this is ridiculous. People are going to be hurt. The legal system should be working with us, not against us, because they let her out. And, of course, immediately, I don't know if you saw the footage of what happened when she got out, but immediately nearly killed some people with the paparazzi running all over the place.
They're not wrong. Is that her fault, or is that the paparazzi's fault?
It's their shared fault. I mean, she's not in her right mind, so she's impulsive and doing things that are dangerous, and they're amplifying that by falling in her wake.
Yeah. Does that sound right to you with a recounting of what she does in terms of like all of a sudden I need a lipstick and running out?
It's bipolar.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew's being taken away from us.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
Is that
know.
what that is?
One last question.
Yeah.
When do you sleep?
I don't have
Lately,
any.
not much. It's been, I had a nice, long, stable 4 years or so where I had my life under my own under control.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now.
In celebrity rehab, the reason I ask is because when you show up in the middle of the night.
I know.
You live close
that would be
to
after.
there?
Yeah,
or?
I did live close there, and that was often after Loveline. They'd call me while I was on Loveline. They go, "Jeff's trying to leave again. Come on up." I was, all right, jeez. Oh my God.
I love the way you handle that. Everybody's freaking out because Jeff wants to leave, and you just come. You're not going. We'll talk later.
He
It worked.
is one of our most favored guests,
Well, you
Dr.
guys
Drew
are kind.
Pinsky. By the way, listen to Loveline right here on our station.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
We'll take a break and be back. It's Live 105.3.
Thank you, guys.